Welcome to the Hastings County Agricultural Museum in Stirling, Ontario. Our museum is dedicated to preserving the rich farm heritage of the Quinte area and is serviced and maintained by dozens of volunteers, all with one passion: to make this the biggest and best museum of its kind anywhere in the world. To date, there are 7 buildings with a display area totaling over 35,000 square feet, with more planned as the museum acquires more and more historical artifacts, either through donation or on long-term loan from any of the growing number of shareholders who just want to be part of this unique facility. Although dairy was the main industry of the Quinte farming community, sidelines such as honey and maple syrup production brought in extra income to the family farm. To this end, 100 sugar maple trees were planted in the central square of the museum grounds, and 10,000 honeybees actively making honey are on display in the dairy building. Prior to a tour of the facility, patrons watch a short introductory video in a small theater at the entrance to the dairy building. This takes about 10 minutes and gives the visitor an overview of the Quinte area and the museum. The tour begins with a demonstration of the cheese-making process in an actual recreation of an old creamery equipped with genuine equipment used in any of the 300 cheese factories in central Ontario in the late 1920s. Your tour guide walks you through the aging and storing process and finishes with the interesting bidding system used to buy and sell the vast quantities of cheese produced every year. At the far end of the dairy building is the honeybee display, a replica of a 1930s-style farmhouse interior and the local soda shop. Next, we move to the tractor building, which at any given time houses over 40 antique tractors. There are more than 100 members in the tractor club with access to nearly 300 tractors of various makes, models, and vintages. Every season, there's a different lineup of tractors on display. The harvest building is home to hundreds of pieces of equipment such as threshers, balers, binders, an early version of the modern combine, and other farm machinery dating back as far as the 1800s. The walls of the tillage building are lined with large mural paintings of landscapes and farms from all over Hastings County. Most of the farms depicted are still in operation today. Also on display are soil and rock samples of the local area that the farmer would encounter when tilling the soil prior to planting the family crop. The huge tractor-style snowplow used to clear impassable country roads during the winters of the early part of the century is displayed as you exit the tillage building. No agricultural museum would be complete without the old schoolhouse. The reconstruction of King George School of Old Stirling was assembled in 2009 and is furnished with authentic desks, blackboards, and of course the essential potbelly stove. The jewel of the Hastings Agricultural Museum is the Heritage Village. This 12,000 square foot space is a recreation of a typical central Ontario farming town of the 1920s. A stroll down the boardwalks that line the street, peering into the windows of the general store, blacksmith shop, fire department, bank, doctor's office, town hall, feed store, paint shop, men's store, shoe repair shop will take you back to a simpler, less hectic time. There's also a gas station, a chapel, complete with pump organ, and a hotel which operates as a bar for special events. The Heritage Village building has hosted many public and private events, such as conventions, theatrical and musical performances, and many a happy couple has been married in the Heritage Village Chapel and followed with their first dance on the cobblestones of what some have called a perfect movie set.